So, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you what your Forsaken main survivor and killer says about you. The first one we're going to start off with is Shedletsky. So, Shedletsky's an interesting character because he has a few abilities. Well, not a few, only two, but he's definitely a very good character. But if you main him, you probably need to take a shower. To be completely honest, like you need to know the meaning of grass because I've never seen why. Well, actually, yes, I have seen mains of him, but they're absolute sweats. And there's usually two types of Shadlatsky mains. They're both sweats, but some either don't care and don't want to help, and some actually help and are really toughy. So shout out to those people. Um, Now Shedletsky is also a very complicated character to play with if you're wanting to go far with him. If you're just starting the game, which a lot of people who start the game actually play Shedletsky normally. So he is a starting character along with Elliot, Noob, and yep, and then him, Shedletsky. I think that's gonna be all for Shedletsky mains, cause no one. I mean, I don't see a lot of them. Sure, I see MS4 like Shedletsky's as my one of my friends is actually an MS4 Shedletsky, but it doesn't mean he's necessarily maining him. You can get milestone 4 on other characters, you don't necessarily main them. So yeah, the next one we have is Noob. Noob is if well, Noob is a survivalist character, meaning he can't help his team, he can't stun the killer, and he usually keeps to himself, and he uses his abilities to help him survive. Hence the name survivalist. And he's one of the true survivalists inside the game, um, with 7 and 7 being the other one as seen on the wiki right here. Um, so yeah, he if you made him, you're kind of selfish. Not gonna lie, and nobody really mains him. Like he was the starting character before Forsaken got the update where there was three, but he honestly nobody really mains him, and this guy's all right. I mean, he's all right. I mean, sure you see some of them, but he no one really mains him. So if you do see them, it's a pretty rare sighting. Um, yeah. Also, if you're a noob main, you gotta touch some grass too,
Emotional
cause
damage.
it takes a while to level noob up. So yeah. Um, Moving on to the next person, we have let's see here. We have hold on, I'm looking at a list. One sec. We have uh we could do that guy first. Well yeah. You know what? Why don't we just do Elliot? I was gonna do two time, but I just do Elliot. Elliot is if you main him, holy, you are blessed. God bless you to all. Christ Almighty bless you, bro. Bless you. You are the best person to walk on this planet. God bless you, bro. God bless you. God bless you, bro. Elliot. Elliot is not a survivalist. He's a support character. He's one of the three support characters in the game, maybe four. I mean, I'm not sure if Tap is. Here, I'll just put the wiki page up on here to see if Taff is on there. I'm not sure if he's on there, right? But during editing, I'll put it up there to see. But I think Bodime and Dusakar and Elliot are the only supports. Elliot can has two abilities. One is pizza, where he throws his pizza, and it heals 45. No, actually, I don't know how much, like 35 HP to whoever eats it. It's good for helping your team. That's why he's blessed. But unfortunately, Elliot always gets targeted. So and yeah Yeah, he. Oh yeah, his second ability. My bad. It's Rush Hour. He can get a charge from healing a person, and at the beginning of a round, he has one charge for Rush Hour. Rush Hour grants him Speed 3 for 3 seconds or 4. I'm not sure, something like that. And it's really helpful when you're trying to run away from the killer. But usually, I'd suggest using it as at full stamina to escape the killer better. So you can make the most of it. And yeah, Rochelle is definitely a helpful thing. And yeah, that's all for Elliot. Let's see, who's the next one? The next one we're gonna have here is Builderman. Alright. So Builderman is a support character. Just like Elliot, except he has completely different abilities. He has two abilities. Number one being Sentry, where he builds a sentry which takes about 7 seconds, and if he's hit, he cancels out the building. A sentry can shoot the killer, grant them slowness too, and damage them. It can be destroyed in two shots, or two hits from the killer, or one hit from a main ability, not punch. Like example, like walk speed override from Cool Kid, or like mass infection from 1X. Or Corrupt Energy from John Doe, or Void Rush from Noli, or I'm trying to think of another thing, or like Demonic Pursuit from. Well, actually, I don't know about that. Maybe like actually, I don't know. Like maybe Inferno War or something. I don't know. I haven't tested that, but yeah. And he also has a second ability called Dispenser. It takes about 5 seconds for him to build a health dispenser that heals one health per zero point 0.5 seconds in like a two-star radius, and it can be destroyed in one hit, and it can also be canceled by a punch. He has 90 HP, 10 more than Elliot, which I forgot to mention. Elliot has 80 HP, so he's a lot less than other survivors. And Builderman has 90 HP. So if you're a Builderman main, holy bro, you need to step outside. Yo, if I said shower, you would start trembling in shock. It's not even funny. Okay, I know it's biased. I know it's biased, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm being completely honest. So yeah, that's all for Builderman. Let's go to the next person. The next one we'll be doing is 7 and 7, a survivalist. I just want to say to you, if you're 7 and 7 main, go. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not gonna be biased. If you're 7 and 7 main, holy bro, step outside for like a second, breathe fresh air. What do you do? Don't even take a shower. Last time you took a shower was last year. Oh, holy! Oh my god! Dang! You haven't took a shower since you bought the character, which was like a year ago. I barely see any 7 and 7 mains, and 7 and 7 mains are just annoying. So 7 and 7 has three abilities. He has clone, where he clones, and the clone's behavior can be affected by his third ability called inject. Inject, you can change the way the clone moves. The clone can either pathfind, be aimless, or it can you can control it with your cursor. Clone can be helpful, and it a clone can take two hits from the killer and then die, and it can last for 12 seconds and then fall down and die, and disappear. It's very good for when you're getting attacked, and yeah, you can also use Cool GUI, which is his second ability, that teleports you to the opposite side of the map. It takes about 5 seconds to do and can be cancelled, just like Builderman's Sentry or Dispenser. That's all for him, I'm pretty sure. Next one is gonna be, let's see here, Two Time. Two Time is so boring. I don't know who or what you are, but you are the most boringest, nerdiest thing on earth. God help you, bro. God help you. Holy. Two Time as a character is alright. He has three abilities. One is Dagger, which, if he stabs the killer in the front, it gives them helpless and slowness for 2 seconds. If he stabs them in the back, it stuns them for 3 seconds. And the dagger's length of range can be affected by crouch. If you crouch, you go a longer distance when you use stab or dagger or whatever. And dagger fills up your ablation meter. Your ablation meter, if you backstab a killer, you get two ablation. If you front stab a killer, you get one. You need three ablation to completely fill up the ablation meter. The reason you're going to need this ablation meter is his third ability called Ritual. Ritual is when he basically stabs the ground and carves a spawn into the ground. And if your ablation meter is full and you die, you get respawned with 40 health, slowness 2 for 2 seconds, weakness 2 for 12 seconds, and with 40 HP. I think I already said that. So it's and in Last Man Standing, you get instantly respawned regardless of your ablation meter, and it gives you 150 HP and gives you speed 2 for 2 seconds. And it also gives you speed 2 for 2 seconds if you die before LMS, I think. Anyways, that's all for Two Time. Let's go to the next one. Let me see here. Oh, the next one is Guest 1337. Okay, I personally main Guest 1337. And yes, it's probably going to be one sided at this moment in place, but if you're a Guest 1337 main, you are blessed. God bless you, bro. Guest 1337 mains are amazing, in my opinion. Um, if you're, well, there's two types of them. One is a Guest 1337 main that doesn't help their team, and kind of sucks because they're new. And then there's a second one that helps their team, but their team doesn't help them, and they're really good, and they basically carry the whole game. And there's no other types either. So yeah, he has three abilities. One is block. When using block, he is invincible for 2 seconds and braces for impact. If he's hit in those 2 seconds, then he gets a charge for his third ability called punch. And if you immediately punch after blocking, you get a parry, which stuns the killer for 3 seconds. If you don't punch immediately after blocking, then you stun the killer for 2 seconds if you punch him again. If you block, it gives you speed 2 for 2 seconds. And then, yeah, that's it. Um, then there's his second ability called Charge. It pushes the killer forward about like 3 studs, and you can you can knock the killer down hills, and it goes fat, and he goes pretty far down. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, he's a really good character and all, and I really enjoy playing him. Time for the next one. The next one's gonna be Taff. For Taff, we have two abilities for him. He's I think a support. I think, okay, I think. I'm not completely sure if he's a support or not, but I think he is. I just think. Taff as a character is definitely um simple. He's very simple. His two abilities are very easy to use, and yeah. If you're a Taff main, I mean, you're just in the middle. I mean, you touch grass, you're semi normal, you're alright. I mean, you're nice, I guess. Sure, like you help your team, and yeah, nothing really. You're kind of boring, but you're in the middle, so you're I guess. All right. Um, another if you're a Taff, there's two abilities. There's tripwire, which makes a tripwire that can be pretty long but can't be obstructed by walls or anything or objects. So if the killer steps in it, they get slowness too for 2 seconds, and they get highlighted to everyone. But if they hit the tripwire, it breaks. You also have the second ability called Subspace Trip Mine. You can it takes about like 3 seconds to wind up, and you throw a subspace trip mine, which takes 2 seconds to settle. And if the killer is hit by it, they get like disoriented. They have like a bunch of effects on their screen, and they have helpless 2 for 3 seconds. They have slowness 3 for 2 seconds, and they uh yeah. Oh, if they slash it at the right time, then it doesn't explode. That's all for Taff. On to the next one. Oh, the next one is gonna be Dusakar. If you're a Dusakar main, which honestly I've only seen one or two in my whole time playing Forsaken, which has been about 6 months at this point. Yeah, you're nice. You're good. I'm pretty sure you're a semi-normal person in real life, and you're probably like one of those people who dabs you up in the hallway, who's always, nice. That the cool like the nice kid, the kid who's honestly pretty pretty like pretty tough. You know, you do the normal things Dusakar does. Dusakar is very tough. He protects you and everything. Um, you're definitely a good. You're definitely good at the game. You gotta be. You always get targeted. And yeah, that's all for Dusakar. Oh, his abilities. My bad. One of his abilities is called Spawn Protection. You can protect the survivor for pretty sure like 5 seconds if you keep your mouse on them. But if they're obstructed by a wall, then you get 2 seconds of spawn protection and then it runs out. Then there's Plasma Beam. Plasma Beam is oh yeah. Also, if you're slashed by the killer using spawn protection, it cancels it. Um, Second one is Plasma Beam. You can you after like a 2 second windup, you your a beam shoots out in where your cursor is, or on shift lock it like shoots out in your direction. um it If a survivor is hit by it, it gives them speed 2 for like 3 seconds. If a killer is hit by it, it gives them slowness 1 for 3 seconds. So it's a pretty good ability. Also, Dusakar has a passive where he floats, so he can't actually, I don't know. I really don't know what that does. Here, I'll put like the wiki picture up on here to see what it does. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it. And for him, W Jusukar, bro. The next one we're gonna have is let's see here, Veronica. So there's two types of Veronica mates. There's the freaky person, and then there's the semi normal, all right, and then well, there's actually three, and then there's a third one who's always helping you and is using the bumper, and they're kind of crazy, bro. And they're kind of a sweat, but also they're not. It's like kind of hard and confusing. But the freaky deaky one. I'm just not gonna go into the detail. You know who you are. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Then there's a semi-normal, alright one. It's the person who kind of just tries to survive because she's a mix between a survivalist and and the and a support. Not a support. Well, actually, I think so. I think she's just like a survivalist, but she can also help you. So I'm not pretty sure what she is. Since I don't really want to explain the abilities, I'm just gonna put all of them up on here. Number one is vandalism. Pause the video to read it. Number two is skate with an 8. Read it. Pause the video. Here are the different broadcasts. First we have phase, mobile, and bumper. And I think there's one more. I'll put it up here if I miss it. Then there's the final one. Then there's one called activate battery. It's not a broadcast. It's on my ability. I'll put it up on here. And then there's her passive. Well, it's not really a passive. It's more of like a weakness, but put it up right here. All right, those are all of her abilities. The next one we're gonna do is chance. So let's see here. Chance is a bit of a complicated character, so I'm going to do the same thing I did for Veronica. I'm going to put his abilities up on screen real quick. Number one, coin flip. You can read it. Here's number two, it's one shot. Here's number three, reroll. And number four, hat fix. Alright. Um, Chance is if you're a chance main, which I don't see a lot of them, but I mean, frequently you can see a few of them somewhat around. I saw them a lot more before the Guest 666 and the Slasher updates. I saw him a lot more back then, like an older, because he was more new back then, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you're all right. You like to do Sakarmine, but a little bit worse. Like you don't really dab people. You're not really that tough. You're just all right. I mean, you help your team sometimes and sometimes don't. Sometimes you just gamble yourself to death and you just die on the first hit. But it is what it is, man. You're all right. Yeah, that's it for Chance, and that's it for the survivors. And I will do killers if this ever gets a part two. So yeah, just get if this gets 2,000 views and like 50 likes, then I'll make a part two with the killers. And if you guys have any recommendations for any new videos I should do, please put your ideas in the comment section below. And make sure to like and sub and like especially so you can see part two. But that's it. Goodbye.